Friday
to
night.
see everybody. It is great to see you all. Thank you so much for being here tonight.
Some people are watching on the live stream, and I hope one of them is my mom up in Washington State, because this song was composed in part for her, by her.
By her. I love you, Pat.
She has a radio show on KPFT called Whole Mother Show. She's been doing it for over 20 years, and I do the editing. So if there's any, parts that need to be edited in or out or whatever, I do that every week, and it's a nice project to have with her, and it's a really good show, and it's on KPFT on Monday nights, the Whole Mother Show. So
Support public radio.
Thanks. I wrote the second one of those while stuck in a traffic jam and made me feel better about traffic. And now it's a happy tune to have.
You're a better person than I am. The pipes are an instrument that can make you feel really good, and the thing that makes the bagpipe different from other instruments is we're tuned in a different way. We're tuned in an older way, sort of an ancient way, where you've got the drones right here, and you've got the chanter, and we tune the chanter, really, we do some really fine tuning with the chanter to make the frequencies fit perfectly, like mathematically perfectly. And the thing I think is amazing about humans is that some of our senses are very well attuned, and we can discern symmetry in a way that's just amazing, because you can feel the difference. And that's what gives you that feeling that the bagpipe gives you, is the notes are tuned to the drone, rather than modern music where they made all these compromises to give us modern music like piano and other instruments I really hate. other abominations. So that's what gives you that feeling, is the frequencies are exactly perfectly mathematically fit, and you can feel it to a degree like a fraction of a percent. If it's off by a fraction of a percent, you can just feel it. Everybody in this room can, and that's what I love about the bagpipe, is it gives you that feeling.
Isn't the same thing as that seashell? Is that the same kind of thing? Oh.
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
Math.
Yeah. It's all. I think Dan Brown wrote about it in his books.
About bagpipe
No, it's
tuning.
not like that. It's not like that. So you want to hear some tunes from a place where they also play bagpipes, not Scotland, but they do these long pilgrimages. And at the end of the pilgrimage, you're coming into the holy site, and there's a gate called the Piper's Gate, and there are pipers there. It's a place in Spain where they have beautiful beaches and they have wonderful food, and you can see heather blooming next to wine grapes and bougainvillea. It's a really, really great place, and they have a great piping tradition. So we're going to play you some tunes from there.
Thanks. Well, folk music lost a giant this week, Archie Fisher of Edinburgh. And so, in honor of him, we learned this song from him. We arranged it up in our own way, but he sings this song about it's a boy and girl, like so many songs. And this one, he's wild. She's working away in the basement of this inn along the road, and he wants her to run away with him. And she's like, why? Why would I do that? And he says, oh, I can't eat, I can't sleep. And she's like, no. And by the way, I think you're crazy. And he says, but I have a castle. And she says, oh. And she does. And I can only assume they lived happily ever after. So in honor of Archie Fisher, we're going to do the song we learned from his singing.
Make a decision. Are you going to clap or not? Archie Fisher, all right? Shilly-shallying.
I'm Wolf. I'll be your drummer for the evening. Thank you very much. What a delight and honor to be back here at the mighty McGonigel's Mucky Duck, my home away from home. Some 28 years ago, in this very room, I was on stage playing, and there was a young lady sitting in the penalty box, as we call it up there. And let's just say my feminine charms did their trick. Now, you got to remember, this is back in the day when I used to wear pajama pants on stage. I've always been a fashion trendsetter. I've been fashion forward. But anyway, it's so delightful. Thank you, EJ and Francis, my dear friends, for having me down here to play for you guys.
Oh, this is the best. Love y'all both, Wolf and Christina. Although I have to say, coming down here, we were going to check the traffic situation, and so EJ said verbally how to get here, and I was talking at the same time, and it didn't show any results for McDonald's Monkey Duck.
So while I've been away, I live in Colorado now, by the way, and I came out with an album very little fanfare in April. It's a song. It's an album of all Scottish tunes, traditional and modern. Excuse me while I untangle here for a second.
I think it was a bold choice, Wolf, to wear those really nice pants, but they're without the backs on them. That's to be on stage with just the fronts.
Tartan chaps. Yeah, I know.
Tartan chaps.
As I said, fashion forward. Anyway, this is a song from that new album, and it's a Robert Burns song. And as you know, he had an eye for the ladies. And so this is sort of a bucolic afterglow song, is what I call it. It's about the Afton stream that runs through the Berks, the birch trees that I got to see with my lovely bride just last year. So here's a song all about that. Are you ready? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Among my green graves, flow gently, I'll sing thee a song of night praise. My Mary asleep by thy murmuring stream, so flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb my way. Resounds through the glen. Oh, you wild whistling blackbirds in yon thorny den. Thou green crested lathways, thy screaming forbade. Oh, I charge you to disturb not my slumbering faith. Oh, how lofty, sweet Afton, thy neighboring hills, far marked with the courses of clear winding rills. There daily I wander as moon rises high. My phlox and my Mary's sweet caught in my eye. E.J. Jones. Sweet scented birch my Mary resides. I walked in the high waters, the snowy feet lay. Whoa, 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 as gathering sweet flowerets, she stems I cleared away. Flow gently, sweet Afton, among thy green braes. Flow gently, sweet river, the theme of my lays. My Mary's asleep by thy murmuring stream. So flow gently, sweet Afton, disturb my heart.
Wolf Loescher. Man, that's such a pretty song. Sung beautifully, Wolf.
Thank you. Always sounds better with Francis on it. Anything does. Even a Peter Bunn and Jenny sandwich.
Guys want to hear something really loud? Okay.
What?
No refunds.
You have enough breath to sing, EJ?
Those tunes, they were from another part of Spain that also plays the bagpipes really well. And so the tunes we played earlier that I told you about, the Piper's Gate, they were from a place that's right north of Portugal. And they have their own language, their own Celtic language, the Galician language. And right next door to them is a Celtic nation called Asturias. And that's where some of Francis's family are from, a long way back. So they're another one of the many 7 or 8 Celtic nations, and they have their own language, the Asturian language, in addition to Spanish, and they play a completely different bagpipe. And I asked a Galician piper friend of mine, hey, is this a Galician tune? He says, no, that's an Asturian tune. No, I don't know anything about that tune. That's an Asturian tune. And, I mean, we're talking, it's the difference between like Willis and Conroe, practically, you know.
I don't know, those Conroe folk.
Yeah. Or like, you know, Alvin and Santa Fe. And anyway, so if you go to Scotland, you'll step out of your hotel, or you'll come from the airport, and you'll go sort of downtown near the castle, on the, you know, near the Royal Mile, and you'll hear bagpipes, and it's this great feeling to go to Scotland as an American for the first time, and you can hear the pipes like on the street corners, and you know these pipers are busking, and it's like, oh my gosh, I'm in Scotland and I'm hearing bagpipes on the, you know, everywhere, and it's great. And if you know the tunes they're playing, a lot of those pipers, they'll just take a vacation and go busk and play in street corners in Spain or France or wherever, and they get to drinking with some of the other pipers, and then they trade tunes. I mean, they steal their tunes, basically. And so sometimes you'll be in Scotland, you'll be listening to a Highland piper playing Asturian music or Galician music, and it goes the other way too. Sometimes if you're into bagpipes like I am, you'll get a CD and you'll think, you know, oh, this is this great traditional Galician band, and they're playing Scottish music in their pipe bands, which it's a lot of fun being a part of the piping world. And there are pipers everywhere, so I guess that's what I'm trying to say. So we'll sing you a song composed by Brian McNeil, and it tells the story in 3 verses of a father and child going into a river. They're there, they're not supposed to be there. They're trespassing, and they're looking down in the river bottom, past the silver of the water's surface. They're looking for the shingle in the sand. They're looking for the oyster, and they're going to get a pearl out of that oyster, and they're going to have the child's mother wear it around her neck, because they believe that if a beautiful woman wore a pearl that they had found or poached, that they could then sell it for a lot more money. And at the end of the song, the child sings a song across the water, because they believe that they have to give the river something for the pearl they took out. And they just believed in this symmetry. So they give the river a song.
Babies on the shore with the silver of the water in your eyes, and the laugh sang in the morning. Light a light, 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 all the summer days were grand, and the warm sun of your father's smile, he won't you hold the pleasure in your hand, a fine jewel from the water, and he gave your mother the pearl to hold in her bosom like the lady of an earl, while she gathered the wood for the fire, and the lavrock sang in the morning, like a light, 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 light. did you sing across the waters of the Tay? For the fine jewel in your father's hand, was that the price the river made you pay? Was a pearl for a pearl, the bargain? For where's the jewel to compare with a traveler's song in the moorland air, hidden in the shell of your heart, and the lava rock sang in the morning like a light, 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 where's the jewel to compare with a traveler's song in the morning air, hidden in the shell of your heart, and the lava rock sang in the morning, and the lava rock sang in the morning, and the lava rock sang in the morning.
This one's a mashup we're gonna do. We grew up in this bar. I grew up in this bar before I could drive. When I could drive, my dad would go to bed and I would steal the car and come out here. So I came to all the shows. And back a while ago, we had a Beppe Gambetta phase. Everybody who hung out at this bar was madly in love with this Italian chef, guitar player called Beppe Gambetta.
Beppe Gambetta played here, didn't he?
Yeah.
he did. I learned.
Yeah.
I remember that show, and they were advertising it on KPFT, and the DJ said what Beppe Gambetta means in English. Do you know what it is? Joey Shortleg.
Well, he sure can play that guitar. And anyway, I fell in love with this song back then, that night, and so that's the one I'm going to do. It turns out it's this very, very old American song called the East Virginia Blues, and Stanley Brothers sang it, the Monkees sang it. It's been sung by everybody, and EJ's going to sing a contemporary Irish song.
I should say that we are not on any of the streaming services. So if you look in your device and search for a Piper Jones band or anything like that, there's nothing there because they don't pay us anything. And but the composer of this song is on the streaming services. So if you were going to look for something on streaming during the show, it would be John Spillane. John Spillane. It's Spillane. He's from Cork in Southern Ireland, and he used to be, I'm told, a punk rock singer. And now he plays the classical guitar and like whisper sings these songs that will destroy you. They are so good. It's amazing. It's like an alien came down who was superior in songwriting to all humans, and just showed us how songwriting should really be done. He wrote this song.
I was born in East Virginia, North Carolina, I didn't go. Now I met a fair young maiden, and age I do not know. Maybe You're the world I'm trying to win. You're the girl I'm trying to win. I'll go back to East Virginia. North Carolina ain't my home. I'll go back to East Virginia. Leave the North Carolinians alone. Leave the North Carolinians alone. Leave the North Carolinians alone. Thanks. Well, it's so nice. I have a bunch of family here tonight, which is always great. And so,
Me too.
yeah. Oh, you do too. Did
Yep.
your sister come?
Well, my sister, I suppose, yeah. Yeah,
Moving on.
yeah. Sister-in-law? I'm not sure.
We
Well-
don't have the diagram with us right now.
Yeah,
Oh, I just went to a family reunion where we needed one of
it's a
those.
good diagram.
Well, this is one that I wrote from my dad. He passed away in 2001, and he was the best dad ever. The one I used to steal his car and come out here. He was a teacher, so he went to bed early, which was great. But I was visiting his gravesite one day, not long after he had died, and there was a wind chime hanging right there, and it played these notes. And so I listened to that, and this tune just fell out that day based on those notes. That second one had a little help from the natural world too, because I wrote that for another friend who passed away too soon, and his name means greenfinch in French, and so it happened to be his birthday, and this tune also just fell out, and I was really stuck on part of it, and then this bird sang. And I was like, "Thanks, bird," and that was the missing piece I needed for that tune, and so.
Unfortunately, it was a
Nice.
copyright infringement. So please donate generously to the Francis Cunningham I Got Sued by a Damn Bird legal fund.
It's also known as Disney, right? Probably. I think Frances is a Disney princess you just haven't heard of. Controlling magical creatures. Well,
We're gonna play the most opposite thing now you could
that's right.
possibly
We're
play
gonna
from
do something
that.
really opposite. Francis and I just got finished playing the Maryland Renaissance Festival. Maryland Renaissance Festival. Yeah. I grew up playing the Texas Renaissance Festival when I was very, very young, and then decided to be a performing musician. And then I sort of had to leave Texas because the Texas Renaissance Festival at that time was trying to get their entertainment budget as close to zero as possible. So, it just was impossible. So I ended up moving to North Carolina and playing the Maryland Renaissance Festival, which has a sort of opposite of that. They pay us a lot, and it's great. Yeah.
We
they-
love them.
They don't, there's no tipping at that festival. They just say to us, "What would you normally get in tips? We'll just pay you that." So the audience doesn't have to deal with that at all. And it's really, really nice. They do lots of
Yeah.
things like that. Don't get me started. But, so we are going to play you a set of tunes because I grew up playing the Highland pipes in a pipe band and playing traditional Scottish music. And the bagpipe is played in lots of different countries. It's been played, the Scots didn't invent it. It was brought to Scotland and around the early Renaissance. And there was a huge piping scene all over Europe. So we're going to play you some of those tunes from hundreds of years ago. that first tune, I just realized I should have said this. When I was 15 years old, I was playing the pipes then, and I loved this kind of music. And a friend of mine, his parents had tickets to the Christmas revels, and we were both 15-year-olds. So I mean, we went. We didn't know what it was going to be like, and we loved it. It was this show. They're right around Christmas time, and they focus on traditions of different cultures, and at that time they were doing, I guess it was like a Renaissance one, and they had hired this band from Philadelphia called the Philadelphia Renaissance Wind Ensemble. These are really successful classical musicians, and they spent tons of money to fly these people in and have them do this Christmas Revels show. And I was just blown away by the real Renaissance music, like the recorders and crumb horns and little bagpipes and all these things. And I spent my only money buying their CD called Keeping the Watch. And we steal tons of stuff off that CD. And I got to meet one of the pipers on there one time, and I was just gushing at him about this, how much I love that CD. And by this time they had changed their name to Piffero, and that's sort of a big name in the classical early music world. And he just said, "Oh, that thing, oh, throw that away. That's not nearly as good as our good stuff, you know." It just made such an impression to see them live in the Christmas Revels. And there are some people here at the show tonight who sing for the Christmas Revels, and I hope you'll go see them. Is it at U of H still? Oh, at the match. Okay, cool. Great. Okay, 19th to 24th of December. There might be some tickets left. Okay, well, look up Christmas Revels Houston, and it's a great thing to do around Christmas time. I have, yeah. Yeah, I played for the Christmas Revels, and they said, you got to play some Renaissance tunes. And at that time, I didn't know a lot of Renaissance tunes, and so I played some Breton tunes, and they knew the difference, and they busted me. And I was really, really embarrassed. But so, what are you gonna do? I thought this sounds kind of Renaissance-y.
It's like a
totally
Renaissance
busted.
CAPTCHA, you know, you don't know your password or something. Oh, play the tune, you'll be getting
Yeah,
It's a Breton tune.
yeah. You should say that. You should tell that story.
Okay, I have to confess, one time I got hired to play some klezmer music, and, do you play this? Yes, and then you go learn it. But I didn't know any, and so I got a friend of mine to come do it with me, and we just played Irish tunes in a harmonic minor scale. They too knew the difference, but they appreciated the effort, and they didn't fire us immediately anyway. We had a good time. That's one of those times I should have been honest.
Well, should we do Take to the Skies or do Railroad?
Yeah, let's do Take to the Skies.
All right, Take to the Skies. We'll play you the title track of our latest album with this guy Wolf here. It's available back there, and it's called Take to the Skies.
E.J. Jones compositions there. He said he wrote them to be super easy, but they don't sound easy to me.
They're really easy. They were written to sound hard, but to be really easy.
We're going to do another little old-timey song now. I just love them so much. And this is one. It's a well-known song called Working on the New Railroad.
I finally figured out the hieroglyph down here that Francis wrote on the set list. It says new, and I assume that's either a railroad or a really drunk spider.
It's a railroad.
All right.
been dying to play this thing.
Oh,
all
you're in
night.
for a treat.
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of burlesque.
I was looking for that word. I couldn't
Yeah.
find it. Thank you.
It's this one that makes it that way. No, I tried. Yeah, believe me, I've tried.
Hours in the
can't.
mirror at home.
Yeah, it just gets tangled up. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I need more practice in the mirror at home.
Let's see. You might forget.
Put the mic towards it. Okay.
There once was a farmer, and he sent his son into the mountains for his horse to graze. Both fell asleep when he awoke, his horse had gone. He came home alone, and all the neighbors said, "What bad luck!" But the farmer said, "How do you know? How do you know?" sound in the whole world, this gaita.
It's not quite the happiest sound. It is a very happy sound. The happiest sound is the sound of the biniou, which is the French, Breton, Celtic bagpipe, and it's about 10 times as loud as this and a whole octave higher. And it's perfect.
Okay, those, the binu and fajitas, maybe offers, please.
You know, I think an even better sound is tipping your waitstaff.
That's right. That's right.
Thank you so much for welcoming us home to the McGonigal's Mucky Duck here in Houston, Texas. There's a good chance several of my howlers, I started a live stream in May of 2020 after I came out with this album that I was supposed to tour with, and, well, we saw how that worked out. Anyway, I developed a small but loyal international following, and hopefully there are several of them out there tonight. Please say hi. Like, follow, and share. It's about building community. That's what we figured out what this music is. Because I was in it originally for sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and I was batting 0 for 3. So I figured I needed something else to sing about. So we live in interesting times, unfortunately. But sometimes you got to remind yourself that you're not the only lone voice in the wilderness screaming into the void. Sorry, please leave your message after the void, after the beep. Beep. But this is a song by Canadian Dave Gunning, and it's on Take to the Skies. It's the closing track. It's called Sing It Louder. Hopefully you'll help us out with this one. Sorry, okay. I am a soldier, but I never had a gun. I carry songs upon my shoulders, hoping we shall overcome. But on this road, I'm not the only one who's following the thunder of the drum. And I am not rich, but I have more than I need. In the middle of this battlefield of money-driven greed, and the lines get thinner now between right and wrong. You lift your voice, I'll beat the drum. Across the valleys and up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there's change within our power. I am preaching to the choir. Sing it louder. I am preaching to the choir. Sing it louder. Let's sing for the living upon the land and in the sea. Let's sing out for justice. Let's sing what we believe as the world spins round and round. May we one by one all join hands and beat the drum. Across the valleys and up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there is change within our power. I am preaching to the choir. Sing it louder. I am preaching to the choir. Sing it louder. So raise your voices now. We can make this work. Through the eye of the storm, we shall be heard. There's an echo in the distance that's been played before. More suffering and hardship, more cruelty and war. But before we stop and rest, we must pass it on. For the young to march and beat the drum. the valleys and up through these hills. There's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there's change within our power. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. Across the valleys and up through these hills, there's a feeling all over this land. If we stand and rise together, there's change within our power. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder. I am preaching to the choir, singing louder.
Wolf Loescher.
We're just down to a couple more tunes, and there's something on the set list that's a set of tunes, one of which I played with a pipe band here in Houston called the St. Thomas Alumni Pipe Band. It was back in So it was back in 2012, and this band has been going to the World Pipe Band Championships every single year for more than a decade. And nobody knows that Houston has one of the best pipe bands in the whole world because they're not very good self-promoters. They're just really good at preparing and then going and representing Houston and Texas and the USA, because they're definitely the best band in the USA right now. And they got into the grade 1, which is the tippy top premier grade, and they've been really strong in that grade, and it's just such a great thing to just go to band practice every week. You get to see people, you walk into band practice, it's mostly a bunch of guys, and you're all hugging each other, and it's just great. You get to play like parades and gigs and festivals and competitions, and the feeling of playing in a competition, marching in with a pipe band, is a great feeling of oneness. And that's a rare feeling these days, to feel really one with a group of people that you just meet every week. And I love that. I've played in pipe bands my whole life. And so we were going to play that tune, but I want to play a different tune. I want to play a different tune because one of the people in that pipe band is somebody who moved to Houston decades ago, and he played pipes for this really radical, different reason that everybody else did. He didn't play to win competitions. He played for fun. And he composed tunes for fun that were fun to play on the instrument. And he's here tonight. His name is Richard Keene. And when Frances and I are playing together, I call this tune so often that she's like, "Oh, we can't just play that tune every show. We have to
It's
play."
not that it's a bad tune, but like 3-4 times a day.
It's great. It's a great tune. It's so
It is a
fun to
great
play.
tune.
And we haven't played it in a couple weeks.
I know, yeah, I'm ready.
Okay, cool. So we're going to play this tune by one of the pipers in the St. Thomas Alumni Band, one of the smartest people I've ever known in my whole life, and so creative, and like one of these people who is almost capable of like starting an entire culture all by himself. And so we're going to play a tune called The Seamstress by my friend Richard Keene. Which is what I want to play.
Perfect.
So I think we'll play you just one more tune, and then we are going to
Drink?
drink, I suppose. Yeah, drink. We'll be over there at that little CD booth, and we've got some USBs with every single album and a bunch of stuff on there. So
Bunch
if
of
you want a
artwork, some
USB.
sheet music if anyone's interested.
And thanks a lot for coming and listening to us.
Yes. Thank you so much. This has been such a fun little hour and a half here. Y'all are the best. The Mucky Luck is the best. What a great night. Thank you for coming.
We'll close off with some tunes by the great piper Gordon Duncan. Let's just do one.